Harry, this is Lord Potato, and this is What If Naruto Had a Lightsaber Part 7. The end of this What If. Yes, the end of the What If. Now, this is the end of this series. I'm also going to try to end what's called What If Naruto Was Trained by Hidan, Part 7. I don't know if I'm doing that in Part 7 or Part 8. I might end that series. Also, what's it called? Whatever. I was about to sneeze, but don't worry about that. Also, what's it called? What if Naruto has sunshine? I will probably end it in either part 5 or 6, or probably less than that. But yeah, however long I do the video. But I also mentioned that what's it called? What if Yuji Itadori was the reincarnation of not reincarnation. What if Yuji Itadori had 2 different techniques or curse techniques? I might do. And also, what if Yuji and Junpei were the reincarnation of Majin and Mandek? Mandek. Would also be coming out. Don't know when, but yeah. Like I said, I'm trying to finish some Naruto what ifs, some Yuji what ifs, probably, but yeah. But not the point. Let me begin into this what if, and let me shut the fuck up, because I'm not trying to take all your time. And yeah. But let me begin, okay? Oh, also, was it this one that I had to do a recap, or was it the other one? Wait. I think it was... Yeah, it was this one. I didn't do a recap for, like, part 6. Not part 6. I didn't do a part 5 recap, mostly for part 6. So, let me just go into a short term of what happened in part 5. Part 5 was mostly that Naruto defeated everyone in the invasion by using his drones and other inventions that he actually created from the help of Darksteel. In part 6 recap, I would just do also, because even though I didn't need to do it because it hasn't been 1 month, I'll do it right now. Part 6 just is basically Naruto betraying, Jiraiya, Tsunade, and kind of killing 2 Akatsuki members, but yeah. In this part, let me begin, but yeah. Those are the shortest recaps I can do. If you want to go see part 1, 2, 3, 4, if you just want to see the whole series, I might do a playlist for it. But yeah, I haven't really done a playlist, and I know that some of the what ifs are usually so random, so of course it doesn't like show up next, and you're gonna have to go to my. Yeah, I know I have to do a bunch of playlists for different what ifs, but not the point. Let me go into this what if. I should stop rambling now. But let me get into this goddamn what if before I kind of fucking forget. But yeah. So, we go into Naruto. Naruto is now seeing the sunrise smashing into his eyes. It's where, Naruto says, so bright and early. Such a beautiful color. A beautiful color for a beautiful day. It is time. It's where, Naruto is getting close to the Leaf Village, but of course he clicks a button he pulls out something like this giant red button, and he clicks on it, and this is where, we go into somewhere dark. But this is where, something opened his eyes. This is where multiple things just transform their eyes into red. They're either in this dark place, or even in the village protecting civilians. All their eyes turn red, and only have one thing in mind: Kudeta. This is where, we go into the Leaf Village. This is where everyone's just waking up, getting ready to go outside. And of course, this is where, Harusen's in his office doing paperwork. Everyone thinks it's just a normal day, just rebuilding back the village after the invasion. Nothing else would go wrong. A chainsaw rips through a civilian. Multiple civilians are not getting killed and shot at by their drones that were Naruto kind of created to protect the Leaf Village. And of course, everyone is kind of screaming. Ninjas are trying to fight back against their drones, or droids mostly, and they're getting shot down, unable to defeat these droids because some of them has force wheels around them. And some of them are long range, short range, or even just ready to fucking leaf ninjas up. Of course, so many civilians are dying, screaming right now. trying to get away from the droids, but of course they're getting shot down. One droid has a minigun, what's it called, like a lightsaber, not lightsaber, like a blaster minigun, and starts just lighting these fuckers up. This is where, well, every civilian, ninja, Genin, Chunin, Jonin, or anyone is right now being slaughtered down, unable to fight against Naruto or in his drones. This is where, well, multiple clan heads are trying to fight back, but before even fighting back, this is where, well, the Hyugas appear, and this is where, well, the droids actually ignore the Hyugas. Instead, the Hyugas disappear from some of the other clan heads' vision, and of course then gets hit in the stomach with a palm strike, nullifying their chakra. This is where, well, some of the clan heads are mostly from the, well, Akamichi, Abarame, or something like that. This is where, well, a bunch of clans are right now just trying to fight against the droids and the Hyugas, but this is where also smaller clans, like, well, what's it called, Saina's clan, and what's it called, Ino's clan, or not Ino, Inko's clan, and even what's it called, Laura's clan, are kind of fighting back against the Leaf Village. This is where, well, Saina's right now having her kind of lightsaber out, and she's like freezing people left and right, cutting them down easily. This is where, well, Laura has a very kind of vanilla color lightsaber. Of course, this kind of lightsaber actually has a kind of light effect. It's not like the white lightsaber, which it will be kind of clear and unable to see in the light, well, in the daylight and all that. But of course, it's kind of like a little bit white. You can still see it in daylight, but of course, the effect of it is that, well, it can actually send like a little bit light sparks into people's eyes, kind of blind them for a second, then you stab at them with it. Then next, it is Inko. What's it called? Yeah, Inko's lightsaber. She's able to use this kind of greenish lightsaber, but it's not any normal green lightsaber. Naruto created lightsabers for each people that he kind of made an alliance with. Inko's lightsaber is able to kind of use this poison effect. Stabbing the person in a certain spot will kind of poison it and rot their skins into just decaying it. But yeah. Of course, well, with what's it called, Neji, he still has the lightsabers that are actually for his fingers. Well, he actually got him, more, what's it called, not control, a remodel instead of just being for like 2 fingers and all that. It's for all his fingers. It's like claws, so yeah, they're just like claws. This is where, well, he's not wearing like this white clothing like original canon. He's wearing kind of like these dark clothing. And of course, he doesn't have the headband. Well, he has the headband scratched out. And most of the Hyuga members who are ninjas actually have their headband scratched out. Mostly all of these are side branch members, but there's no longer a main branch or a side branch because, well, Neji eliminated all the, all of the, well, the main branch. But yeah, except for, well, Hinata and, well, Hinabi. I'll mention them later, but yeah. But of course, well, we go into, well, them just being slaughtered. Well, mostly like the people trying to fight back against the Hyugas are being slaughtered. Everyone is trying their hardest into trying to fight back, but they can't. Droids are right now shooting them down, and of course, unable to fight back. This is where, oh, Hiruzen is warned by this, and of course, he goes outside, seeing some of the drones shoot at him. This is where he jumps into, well, behind a wall, but of course that wall is being shot through, but yeah. This is where, well, Hiruzen thinks this is some kind of crazy dream, because why would these specific type of clan members and these drones be fighting back? This is what, well, he's trying to think, because all of them are connected to Naruto, and Naruto was the one to help them get rid of some of the biggest problems, like, well, Orochimaru. But why would he now be attacking? That makes no sense. This is what, well, he almost gets his head cut off by a red lightsaber, almost just cutting his shit. This is where the red lightsaber looks to be like a, well, katana. This is where he jumps out of the wall, and of course, well, he then sees Naruto being right there, standing in front after cutting the wall down, and of course, the wall just breaks down. This is where, well, Naruto says, hey, Holy man. This is where Hiruzen says, Naruto, where's Jiraiya? Where's Tsunade? Oh. Oh, you want to know where they're at? Sure. This is where Naruto pulls out a scroll and pulls out the head of Jiraiya, Tsunade, and Shizune and tosses it straight towards, well, Hiruzen. Hiruzen's eyes widen, and nothing but rage was in his eyes. Confusement at the same time, sadness. Just all of this was in his eyes. He was the most confusing why Naruto did this. Naruto has a sinister grin. And this is where Naruto snaps his fingers, and this is where beep, beep, beep. It sounds into, well, these like beeps were in the sound of the head of Jiraiya, Tsunade, and Shizune. This is where, well, Hiruzen says, what the hell is that? Beep, 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 beep. This is where, well, got boom! This is where Hiruzen had to somewhat block. And of course, he did get hit by multiple fragments of like pieces of bones, flesh, and other stuff. And of course, rubble also smashed upon him. This is where he's now out of that building. And of course, Naruto's walking through. Of course, having the force, like a force field right in front of him, blocking all this flesh and other stuff. It gets like, it all drops down to the ground. And of course, Naruto's walking through like a menace he is. Naruto's grinning like a madman, saying, you think, you're wondering why I'm doing this, Hiruzen Sarutobi. Why would I do this? Why would I protect the village and then destroy the village? You're wondering all this, don't you? Hiruzen says, why? Why, Naruto? Why would you do something like this? Simple. I want revenge. I want revenge for all those people to hurt me when I was younger. I want to kill, slaughter, murder those who piss me off. I will slaughter everyone, including you, Hiruzen. You didn't help me for shit when I was younger. You, the person that I had to look up to, I hated. I despise you. The only man that I ever, or the only older grandfather figure that I ever respected was someone named Dark Still, also known as, well, I don't remember what I called the old man, so I'm gonna call him Kanzo. So of course he says, Kanzo was the only one that I ever respected. You, on the other hand, was just an old man, someone that I, well, didn't see as much if I care. Also, that a fucking fly, fuck. Motherfucker, it's like cold outside and there's like some fucking fly that managed to get in here. I don't understand. Fuck. I'll try to kill it later. But with the calm, Naruto says, I don't respect you at all, old man. You are the reason why I hate this village. You are the reason why I despise this village. I despise everyone in this village. Even my own parents. I hate them and I hate their existence and why they sealed the nine tails into me. Why couldn't they use another child? This is where Hiruzen says the reason why they couldn't use another child is because, oh yes, I know. It's to protect the village. Make sure that the child that they had should be the only one to be hated upon, despised and hurted by their glares and murder intent and whatever shit. Naruto was just angry and raging and roaring and just anger. But of course the force in him is getting stronger and stronger. And so where, well, he's becoming more and more as a true Sith Lord. It's where Naruto's hair, his blondish golden hair, is actually turning black. Black as the night sky. It's where Naruto's eyes started becoming crimson red. And of course, instead of having the white around his crimson red eyes, they're becoming black. Naruto is saying, I'm not the punching bag of this village. I'll show them that they were mistaken for trying to hurt me and kill me and hunt me down in this stupid ass fucking village. I will send them all straight down to hell. I will. This is where, well, a lightning starting to crack around Naruto. This black and red lightning is all cracking around Naruto. Naruto says, I won't be. More lightning is crackling around Naruto. Naruto, his rage is just starting to just burst out a little bit. Lightning is crackling down, singeing the ground, destroying the ground by the lightning. This is where Naruto says, I won't be a fucking weapon. This is where not weapon. He says, I won't be a fucking weapon. This is where a lightning discharge happens. Mostly it's a lightning ball discharge. And this is where when he kind of like, he had both of his hands up towards his chest, like across another, or mostly like an X. And this is where he just expanded his hands to go out. The lightning discharge appears. Right now it's just sending it all over. The ground underneath him just crack. Made a smooth surface, like if it was kind of round and like pushed down. Of course, everything around him got singed and destroyed in an instant. This is where, well, a good chunk of what's it called, like a 12-mile radius was destroyed. This is where, well, Hiruzen was actually pushed back so far that he smashed into multiple buildings. Of course, smashes through the building, smashes upon the Konoha heads. This is where he smashes upon his own head. This is where he's actually shocked. And it's extremely hurt. And since he's old already, he's already extremely hurt, extremely tired, and isn't able to fight against Naruto. Also, his clothes are kind of singed. His armor seems to be melted. This is where, oh, he says, damn it, Naruto. This is where, oh, he's right now in the stone head. Right now, kind of putting chakra. And of course, he's like in the side and all that. Almost like he's standing to the side and all that, and like not standing upon down or up. He's just like at the side of his head and all that. Well, mostly at the front of his head, but yeah, this is where, well, he sees the, well, 12-mile radius that, well, Naruto did. He destroys so many places. And of course, this is where, well, Naruto's walking towards Hiruzen. Hiruzen noticed one thing. Naruto's hair is no longer blonde, this goldenish colored blonde. But now, it's black. Black as the night sky. Black as the black void. As black as the empty void of, well, nothing. Despair, hatred, malice, destroy, everything. All these emotions are going through Naruto. All the evil emotions. Nothing like good emotions that usually, well, the Jedi, so I think will use. Mostly, he's thinking of despair, hatred, rage, anger. He's thinking of every single hatred type of emotions. I'm not going to go through all of them because I feel like there's going to be a lot, but I'm not going to go search them all. Of course, this is where, well, Naruto, he's going towards, well, Hiruzen. And this is where Hiruzen can see lightning still crackling around, well, Naruto. Of course, where, well, Hiruzen is getting ready to fight him because he doesn't know if he's able to defeat Naruto. Because, well, Naruto is kind of difficult. That's why, well, he kind of like gets up and gets ready to kind of use chakra into his legs to kind of launch off the stone head to rushes and try to hit Naruto with the staff that he summoned. He does summon the monkey named Enma, and of course became a staff. This is where before he's able to even get close to Naruto, well, not jump out still. He's still on the stone head, adding so much chakra. Before he's even able to do that, he feels like his body is unable to use anything. This is where, well, he's actually pulled by Naruto by using the force, and Hiruzen is right now launched as fast as hell straight towards Naruto. Naruto, right now, he has his lightsaber turned off, but all you hear is Naruto's lightsaber being turned on. But yeah, he has the lightsaber, he just turns that shit on. And of course, instead of being the normal red lightsaber that usually Sith will be having, it's a much more darker type of red. A crimson red. A very bright, well not bright, very dark and malicious type of crimson red. Thanks to Naruto's, well, what's it called? Well, his Sith Lord power is actually, well, becoming more stronger and becoming a Sith and all that, his, well, force has become 10 times stronger than normal. His hair is no longer, well, blonde. Instead, it's fully black, like I did mention. Of course, well, Naruto, he looks at Hiruzen with this evil-ass grin. But of course, in his eyes are nothing but hatred, malicious, and despair, and ready to murder and destroy, demolish, annihilate it. He's ready to just destroy Hiruzen. Hiruzen tried to use Enma, tried to block Naruto's attack, but even Enma, or neither Hiruzen, was able to dodge their destiny from Naruto. Naruto swing his blade once, and it just went zing. This is what, well, Naruto then just like jumped out of the way, appearing behind Hiruzen. Of course, Hiruzen thought that Naruto missed on purpose, and this is where, well, before he turns around, his head falls over. Enma, the staff, gets cut in half, and of course he poofs back into a normal, well, monkey, and of course he's cut down into two, right now dying, falling down, and of course unable to go back into, well, the summoning world. Hiruzen, no longer unable to move, just look at Naruto and see the monster that he created. The kid, the child that he once knew, or not knew, the kid, the child that he once knew as a happy-go-lucky kid, is no longer that, but a monster, a slayer, a destroyer, a murderer, a ruler, is now in front of him. Naruto looks at Hiruzen without a care in the world, and this is where Naruto's hand, the claw hand side, right now lightning starts crackling off, and he just shot it off straight towards Hiruzen's body, destroying the body. Looks at the monkey summoning thing and also destroys it with lightning. Looks at Hiruzen's head, grabs it, pulls it into a scroll, and disappears into the night sky. But we go into, well, the Hyugas and the others right now beating the shit out of the different members, and of course, well, mostly different members of the Konoha. And Konohas can't really fight back. This is where, well, Kakashi is trying to, well, fight back against Neji, but Neji's right now skills are right now kicking his ass. This is where, well, Neji and Kakashi are kind of fighting. This is where Might Guy, well, not Might Guy, Saina, who is called, well, not Saina, Might Guy, Kurenai, and even what's called, what's it called? Of course, with all that happening, everyone is fighting, trying to, like, make sure that Konoha stays alive. Civilians are right now being evacuated, rushed towards, well, the kind of like stone heads. But when they get there, they're slaughtered, murdered, destroyed by G. 0.5 and Karama 0.6 droids. Right now being slaughtered, murdered, destroyed, unable to fight back. And of course, ninjas are trying to fight back, but they're slaughtered and murdered. Right now, Kurama is able to use all different nature's type of chakra. And when people try to attack him with nature type chakra, he's able to absorb and send it back 10 times stronger. He truly slaughtered all these people. Make sure their lives are nothing but burning in hell. Their soul and mind should be all in hell. Every single one of them cannot fight back. They're slaughter and murder. Even two elders, I forgot what the two elders were named, but they were slaughtered also in the commotion. And so what? Well, we go into Naruto right now, looking ahead and seeing all different clans are still trying to fight back. It's where, well, Naruto notified G to come out from the fight between, well, a bunch of civilians. A bunch of civilians were right now slaughtered by Kurama instead. And this is where, well, G right now rushes towards, well, one, what's it called, clan head. And this clan head was from, well, the Hazuki. Kakashi was trying to fight back against these goddamn people that went rogue. He's saying you people are traitors. This is where before he's unable to say anything, he gets 4 lightsabers stabbing through him. And right now, in his body, he is sliced and mangled up by G. This is where G now rushes towards the others and starts slaughtering people and clan heads alike. This is where, well, he just slaughters a bunch of them. Droids are fighting back, shooting them down. This is where, well, they're all losing. They are unable to fight back against Naruto and his army. Sayano was actually attacked by, well, Sasuke. Sasuke smashed her into a wall, and this is where Sayano says, damn it. She tries to pick up her lightsaber, but this is where, well, Sasuke pulls it out and activates the lightsaber, but could not unable to use it. His arm froze in an instant. If you didn't have the Pacific in the most, well, train in the Force, and all that, or the best control and how to use the Frost Kyber Crystal, then your arm would have frozen in an instant, which that is happening towards Sasuke. Sasuke doesn't care. He's about to kill Saina, the girl that basically likes Naruto. And he doesn't like seeing Naruto be happy. So, of course, he tries to kill Saina. And Saina's like, no, damn it. She tries to use the Force. But, of course, her arms are all kind of like, well, mostly her body was kind of like wrapped around what's called ninja wire. So, of course, she can't use anything. She tries to kind of scream and fight back. And this is where Sasuke says, die, you stupid whore. This is where before he's unable to kind of use a lightsaber, well, use it and all that on her. This is where, well, he tries to swing it down, but of course, it's like he's hitting something invisible. This is where something actually appears behind, well, Sasuke. Something that's right now in pure fucking rage. Naruto. Naruto's body is crackling with red and black lightning. His lightsaber is crimson red, of course, but is now crackling with so much red and black lightning on it. This is where, well, Sasuke turns around. Before he even reacts with the sword that's right now in his hand, his head is cut in an instant. Slash in an instant before he's unable to move. Now he's dead. This is where the other people are right now unable to fight back. Konoha is right now being destroyed. Some of the Hyugas were lost down, but of course, all of them still managed to beat Konoha. Now we go into 2-week time skip. Konoha is now under the rule of Naruto. Naruto slaughtered so many people. And of course managed to bring back, well, a better glory into this village. This village is now run by, well, droids. And people that are like him think of this world should be ruled. So of course he is right now making droids left and right. Saina is, well, there's actually 4 kind of like stages of, well, this a village now. The main kind of like 4 generals are kind of ruled by this village, and 1 lord of this village is run by, instead of having the kind of monarchy of having, well, the Hokage then being ruled over by mostly the Akami, and other things will kind of be by, well, the fire daimyo, and other things like the warfare will mostly be ruled by the Hokage and other stuff, and other like civilians from like the civilian and what's it called, the clan heads will kind of be ruling over, also kind of giving advice to the Hokage, and then having the elders and all that stuff. Naruto has himself as the lord, and actually the Akami also ruler. He is both. He's basically a both of, well, the fire daimyo. Also, I should mention that he did slaughter and destroy the fire daimyo. Just getting rid of it, that hasn't taken all his money, because fuck you, won't be needing this. But yeah, of course, he's a mixture of both. But his 4 elite generals are, well, Neji, who's the clan and, well, the clan and the most powerful clan member of their own clan, and that is a Hyuga. That will still be named Hyuga and all that. But of course, yeah, his name is still Hyuga and all that. So Neji is still on first and all that. he's actually very, what's it called, loyal towards Naruto, but yeah. Of course, second would be Saina, who is right now the second kind of general. Third will be, well, Inko, and fourth would be Lorona, but yeah. So of course, those are the four generals. Of course, they are also going to be their heir of their own clan, because their own clan actually did kind of spread out more. Well, are going to be like the top bigger ones, and some of the lower kind of rank bottomless tiers and all that aren't really necessary in caring less about what's called the old village. There were, well, some of the old and bottom clans that were actually smaller than any other clan that was before in the Leaf Village, but now are kind of there. They're now a little bit bigger. And those were, well, one was like a metallic kind of like clan, one was a telekinesis kind of clan, and you get the point. There's other clans. Of course, well, the Kurama clan are still there. They didn't actually get slaughtered because they weren't really caring about the Leaf Village. They actually surrendered so fast towards Naruto because they did not really want to care about the Leaf Village. Their original home was actually a different country entirely. They were actually forced to be there thanks to the second Hokage and their alliance with what's it called, their previous country. But they can't go back to their previous country because, well, their previous country was destroyed in the Second War. So of course they're just in Konoha. Of course they're not forced to do anything if they don't want to by Naruto, but yeah. But of course they think Naruto's a good leader. This is what, Naruto has now had so many droids around Konoha, or, well, the original name was Konoha. Now, the name is called the Dark Lands. So, yeah. Of course, multiple rogue ninjas still try to hide out in Leaf Village because they still had what's called, little help by the civilians and all that. Well, the civilians that used to live there, but when they get there, to kind of just hide out in what's called Konoha and all that, they were actually slaughtered by droids. So yeah. Naruto is now thinking of going to attack the Cloud Village, which he does. He prepares Neji, General 1, to go towards the Cloud Village. General 2 will be going towards the Sand Village. General 3 we've been going towards what's called the Stone Village, and General 4 will be going towards, well, the Mist Village. And so, well, General 1 has a, has a total of what's it called, of the element, well, the basic element force that he's able to use, which Neji did train after a while, is, well, the element that he's able to actually use is actually called, well, so, well, it's kind of not, well, what's it called, a chakra base or anything, but they can actually use water, like a water Pacific chakra and all that, like a very powerful water. But of course, Neji's lightsaber, like he has also a sword lightsaber instead of his hands being also able to transform to a lightsaber. And the color of the kyber crystal that he has is called Sunrider Destiny. So yeah. Of course, where Saina has a kyber crystal lightsaber that is called, well, Permafrost Kyber Crystal. So yeah, she's actually kind of, well, think of it like the village being like a circle. You know how the village is a circle, right? It's cut into 4 parts. One part of that place is what Neji's control. Another part of that control is Hyena's control. Then there's Laura and Inko, who actually, yeah, they get also apart. In the middle of that whole thing is Naruto, the ruler of everything of this village. So yeah. Think of it like that. And then one side will kind of, well, some sides would kind of be sharing with kind of like smaller clans. So Saina be having a population with what's called, well, not a population, having a kind of control of some people being in her clan, well, in her kind of side. Neji would be also, and you get the point. So the Kurama clan is kind of near, well, Naruto's kind of being in the middle, but yeah. So of course, Neji is able to control that kind of kyber crystal, and also all the other members are able to use that also. Saina's clan, most of the clan members use the Permafrost kyber crystal, And also, what's it called? Inko's clan side uses a bunch of like poison, poison plants and other type of, well, what's it called? Mostly chakra based, but also the kyber crystal that Inko uses is called poison. It's mostly the well, what's it called? God of Poison kyber crystal. But yeah, and of course, where what's it called? Laura's kyber crystal is just called So of course, her lightsaber is called Adigan Silver. It's kind of looks like silver, but at the same time, it's like a vanilla color. But of course, this is where her side is able to use light a little bit. But yeah, of course, some of the members do use those type of lightsabers, but some of them actually use like the black lightsaber because they're actually able to use darkness element. But yeah, of course, where Naruto then dismisses all of them to kind of go into about, well, a couple months. He's actually thinking to just make sure everything calms down first and then start a full-on blown out war. Now, how the other members actually able to get Sunride, what's called Sunride, the goddess of poison, kyber crystals, those type of kyber crystals, permafrost and others. Well, Naruto still had the contact, mostly the kind of contact information towards that one person that was able to sell him like a bunch of medals. And that one person had a bunch of contact towards, well, in space. And mostly those were people who actually mine kyber crystals illegally because, well, the Emperor tries to stop them, but yeah, they managed to get away. Of course, Naruto had a contact with that person, which what's it called? When those spaceships did get landed onto, well, Naruto's kind of like village, he now got multiple different kyber crystals. Some of them were powerful, some of them were weak, but of course, he took them all. Of course, the cost of how much it would have been, like how much, was paid by that one person that Naruto had a contact with. But mostly it was, instead of just paying for money and all that other currency, I forgot what Star Wars currency is, but yeah. Instead, they just trade metals, like materials and metals that they could use to be selling off into another place. But yeah, like gold and other types. But yeah, of course, Naruto, he then handshake the person. Of course, they agree to make business. Well, still make lots of business. Well, later on and on and on. But yeah, of course, with that happening, Naruto is now ready. It's been over 4 months. Of course, you heard about the Akashi's trying to, well, get the Bijus, but he did tell Karama, who has, well, 50% of, well, into that one droid, to go along with multiple other droids to slaughter the Akashis. This is where, well, Karama was also, kind of upgraded much more better. You see here, Kurama doesn't just have the metals of like different things that were kind of rare as hell. There was also types of metals that Naruto managed to ship towards him, mostly thanks to that, well, space aliens and all that. Also like kyber crystals and all them other things. He added a couple of kyber crystal elements into, well, Kurama's like metallic suit. But instead of like redesigning that whole thing, what's kind of redesigning it, upgrading that suit that Kurama had, that metallic droid suit, he instead redesigned it, made a new one, complete different. This one was actually called the actual better, much more stronger version than what called the one that Kurama had. It was called QB, mostly it was called Fox God 0.1. Newest version, of course, the upgrades and all them other stuff was much better. The Nine Tails had different kyber crystals on them, and of course, if Kurama like activates them, they will have different types of colors, but of course, different types of properties. One actually had a permafrost kyber crystal, so you know what that does. A lava kyber crystal, so you already know what that does. You get the point. It had different types of elements on the Nine Tails. The hand one was able to pull out lightsabers, either from its like next to him, because there was a holster of different lightsabers. Of course, well, it was not a holster. Think of it like it was a sword, it had a like this like revolver thing, and if it kind of went into lock in, like if Kurama locks it in, it would transform into that different color lightsaber. But yeah, Kurama had it like that, basically on the two sides of the robotic. But yeah, on the robotic arm was the kind of it looked like an android little bit, but yeah. Of course, it was able to move much more better. It wasn't too much restricted by the arms and other stuff, but yeah. So, of course, this is where, well, I should also mention one thing. Naruto's hair is, well, what's called black still, but yeah. Of course, his eyes will still be the same color. Well, not blue and all that. It will be red and black, but you get the point. Naruto made that type of, well, droid android to kind of be, but yeah. If you want to think of how the swords would kind of like how would the kyber crystals be and all that, Kurama just had to spin it like it's like a revolver kind of hose. You know when you put bullets and you just spin it and all that. Yeah, that's how it looks, kind of like the what's it called, lightsabers. But yeah, it would just have the when what's it called, Kurama activates it, and the kyber crystal lands near where the activation should be at. It will lock in, and of course it would have a specific type of element, what's it called, kyber crystal that's using the, what's it called, lightsaber. But yeah, like let's say that Kurama spins it and it goes into blue, it will be activated to blue. Spins it again, it'll be activated to red. Spins it again, it'll be activated to yellow, whatever. So yeah, of course, if he spins again, then you get the point. But yeah. It's the same with the other sword, but those actually has different types of others, but yeah. But of course, well, Naruto is now just, he created that droid. The droid that he had, the what's called 0.5 that Kurama was using, or I mean 0.6. He actually scraps that and makes it into another type of, well, droid, but yeah. He also redesigned what's called 0.5G and all that, into becoming also a much stronger droid. But yeah, he starts just recreating so many different droids. He created about like 50, what's it called, 0.5s, but just much more upgraded and all that, much more powerful. Had only one, was called Kurama one, because Kurama is going to be the one to be only holding that power. But yeah, of course, he starts just going off and started making a bunch of like droids and other things. This is where something called 0.10 appears. And of course, it's called the Void Droids. Now, these Void Droids were powered by a kyber crystal that was called the Black Void Kyber Crystal. Now, of course, this kyber crystal users, there's about like 20 of them. And of course, they were much, much more stronger than what's it called. Well, they were actually their power actually at the same level of Darth Vader. So yeah, they were mostly machine. They didn't have the Force, but they had the a Black Void Kyber Crystal that Naruto was able to get, and actually make 10 of them. And of course, they were all powerful, very powerful. They were able to phase through attacks, absorb attacks, and just send them straight back towards those people, because they didn't just have a Black Void Kyber Crystal. They also had something called a white hole. Well, not white hole. What's it called? A white hole Kyber Crystal, which meaning they were actually black and white. They were kind of split into two bottoms. Well, not two bottoms. They were just mixed, but yeah. Of course, where it was like black and white, they look like zebras, okay? Think about it like that. But yeah, of course, when they get hit into specific like attacks of red, what's it called? Not red chakra. They were hit by different types of like attacks. They will be able to absorb that, either transform it into energy or send it back into an energy blast. But yeah, there were 10 of them, and of course, this is where Naruto decided to tell Kurama to be the one to bring them along into the hunt of the Akatsuki. But yeah, Naruto also didn't just create the 9 tails droid that Kurama has. He also created different types of droids, like the 1 tails, 2 tails, 3 tails, 4 tails, 5 tails, 6 tails, 7 tails, 8 tails also. He created all those different droids just in case the Bee Juice wants to kind of be kind of human figure like a little bit. But mostly they were called androids instead of droids, but yeah. Of course, Kurama kept that in mind if he will find what the cops are doing with his brothers and sisters, or mostly sister, because, well, the Two Tails is one girl, but yeah. I don't remember if the Seven Tails, I don't remember. But yeah. Of course, well, Kurama, he leaves on with his adventure to kind of slaughter the Akatsuki, but yeah. We go on with the invasion between, well, the Cloud Village that's being invaded by, well, Neji and droids along, like what's called. He's not just going there on foot. He's going there on plane and ships and all that. Right now, sending lasers and blasters straight down to, well, the Raikage's, like, village. The Raikage is trying to fight back. He finds Neji and tries to fight him. But yeah, we go into Saina fighting into the desert. This is where multiple droids are right now on, like, these bikes. And of course, Sharina is also on a like bike right now, one of those like floating bikes and all that. They're kind of like flying through the desert, all that. Very high speeds, like multiple of them are there. Multiple of them are on the what's called droids, kind of riding them. Mostly the droids are riding the kind of motorcycle and all that. Sirina's riding her own motorcycle, and it's of course like powered permafrost kyber crystals. Of course, it freezes the ground, but yeah. This is where her clan and family members are also coming along. Mostly like her, what's it called? Grandfather, father, brother, and other types. But yeah. And other people are also coming along. Just like also, well, someone actually came along from the Kurama family. And that was, well, someone named Kurama Rin. Of course, Kurama Rin is going along with Sarina. But yeah, she's able to use powerful illusions. But yeah. She can't use the force, but she's just coming along. This is what, well, we go into Inko managing to kind of invade the Stone Village. But she's not alone. You see here, Naruto, he made sure to appoint a droid called Dark Steel, a droid that he created, that he made, that looked just like his previous, what's it called, mentor. His mentor, his, well, like his mentor master, his grandfather figure. It looked just like him. The same armor, the same type of armor he wears. Of course, it was robotic, but of course, he was a very powerful man. And of course, this droid, well, android at the same time, was called Dark Steel 0.2. He would never, ever be able to replicate and also give emotions towards this droid. But of course, this droid was going to have to rule over, well, this, what's it called, the Darklands for a second, because Naruto went with Inko towards the Stone Village. The reason why he went to the Stone Village is to slaughter them down. Make sure that Onoki knows not to fuck with him. Make sure that he, make sure not for him to fuck with him, but mostly murder him, slaughter him, and destroy his village. The Mist Village is right now being attacked by, well, Laura. And Laura is having other people right now helping her, trying to kill, well, Onoki. But yeah. Of course, this is what we go into that. We go into the kind of battles. This is where Neji is right now just dodging from the Raikage. And this is where, well, the Raikage is trying to use his lightning attack, but this is where, well, Neji after his lightsabers, mostly the kind of ones that's on his fingers, and starts just clawing at what's called the Raikage. The Raikage is being clawed and easily being cut thanks to the lightsabers. This is where Neji then sends a very powerful water attack from his mouth. And of course, it was a high pressure water attack that almost cuts the Raikage. It cut off his arm. The Raikage was in anger and right now rushing with a lightning cloak. But of course, Neji has managed to use the force to push him away. But yeah. Of course, the Raikage is angered in the fact that he's pissed at the Hyuga for destroying his village. Yes, the village is being slaughtered down, taken out by just blasters coming from the sky. And even the big-ass blasters that came from way beyond the sky, destroying a huge part of the village. Right now, Killer Bee is trying to fight back, but of course, well, he's actually being kind of captured by, well, not captured, he's kind of being killed by some of the Hyugas. This is where he tries to go into Octopus, mostly like octopops, but of course when he tries to like get into that form, he's actually forced back into that form, unable to move, and then cut his head off. Yes, this is where Killer Bee gets his head cut off, and of course this is where Octopups is right now also dead, and of course enter Chakra. But this is where, well, that happens. But of course, where, well, the Two Tails has already been captured by the Akatsu, but whatever. Mostly it's like the Seven Tails has also been captured, but yeah, you get the point. Like different, it was mostly the 8 Tails and 9 Tails that were left to kind of capture, but yeah. That's how far the Akatsus were at. Of course, the Akatsus have never got any information from the Darklands because it became so modified that not even one person from the Akatsu was able to survive. Mostly like, what's called lower members, like spies, but yeah. Of course, well, the Diva Path is right now in the Rain Village, and of course talking to some of the other Akatsus. This is where, well, some of the other Akatsus are like Deidara and Kaksu. They don't have Itachi or Kasami no more because they're confused, but yeah. This is where, well, Kurama walks through the force field that there's actually like a force ball around the, what's it called, Rain Village to be alerted. And this is where, well, the Diva Path says, it seems there's someone here. It feels like the Nine Tails is here. This is where all the Akatsus get ready, and they all jump out of the tower of, well, mostly the, like, biggest tower of the Rain Village. And of course, when they land down, they see a droid right now with red crimson eyes, clothing. But of course, it doesn't look nothing like the description that they had for Naruto about 10 years ago. They only had the kid version and how he would look like. They never actually thought he was a robot. So well, these black void droids were also behind, well, Kurama. They're all right now standing next to Kurama, side to side, right now showing that they are the strongest. They don't have any fear because they were never programmed with fear. That's where, well, their only command is to slaughter the Akatsus. That's where Kurama, he then like puts out his hand and like does a signal for all of them to go. So all of them starts walking forward. This is where all the Akatsu starts rushing. This is where Hidan then swings down with his like scythe, tried to cut down. Well, I should also mention Kakuzu did die. I forgot about. I killed him off, but yeah, Hidan swings down with his scythe, saying "Die!" This is where his head is cut off in an instant. Walk past him. Of course, his scythe is also cut down. Like totally shit, just ripped through it. But yeah, just easily cut through it. This is where all the Akatsus are fighting back the droids, but of course some of their attacks are just being absorbed and sent back towards them with a 10 times stronger power. Of course they're being pushed back, smashed down, but yeah, they're being slaughtered by 10 droids only. This is where the Diva Path and the other paths appear, right now fighting against these droids, and of course they can't even do anything to the droids. The Diva Path, you know, rushes past what they call some of the droids and tries to punch at Kurama. Kurama gets punched, and it doesn't do jack shit. You see here, the only thing that breaks and destroys and kind of just loosens some bolts and all that was actually the Diva Path arm. Yeah, punching Kurama was the worst idea you can actually think about. Kurama, he activates all of the kyber crystals that are right now on his tails. This is where all of them were all colorful and powerful in their rights. This is where, well, they all had different elements based on them, but yeah. This is where Kurama pulls out the 2 lightsabers that are right next to him, the holsters, and pulls them out with his robotic arms. This is where, well, he lights him up, and he says in a deep, growling voice, "You're dead." This is where, well, one thing is for sure, Kurama's eyes, they're actually modified to just, instead of being crimson red slick, they're actually having a Sharingan in them. An actual light Sharingan in them. You see here, he can actually control the Sharingan. Even if he is not human or physically unable to kind of use it, he can still use the different abilities of the Sharingan. They're basically Itachi's and Sasuke's eyes together, mixed together, and fused to become, well, the perfect eyes. Which it does become the EMS of, well, what's it called? Sasuke's EMS. This is where, well, Kurama laughs and says, "Amaterasu." Smashes a black flames upon, well, the Diva Path. The Diva Path is right now burning, but of course tries to absorb it which she's, well, trying to, but of course can't. And of course, this is where, well, Kurama rushes at the Diva Pack, cutting his ass down in an instant, slaughter him in an instant. This is where, well, all the other droids are right now killed in an instant. Well, not the droids, mostly, well, the other paths, but yeah, the droids managed to slaughter them down. And this is where Kurama is now walking up, seeing that, well, the main body of, well, the true person who's actually using the ray gun is up there, which all the droids start flying up, right now boosting up with these kind of, well, like jets on their legs. Of course, Kurama also does it. Right now, flies up in high speeds, right now smashing through the roof, or not even roof, like the building. This is where, well, they see, what's it called? They see, Conan and also, well, Nagato, and Nagato say, damn it. This is where Conan starts sending paper, but none of them are affected. That's where the droids 0.10 are actually absorbing them in an instant, the mostly paper chakra. Just absorbing that shit. And Kurama's just walking through, slaughtering and slicing it down, just cutting all of it down. Walking through, sees Conan, well, not Conan, and slice her down, killing her in an instant, just cutting her in half. This is where, Kurama now sees, sees Nagato and starts just stabbing him multiple times with the towel. Right now, just like, he's unable to fight back Nagato. This is where, well, Kurama rips out his eyes, and right now, kind of like, he rips them out. His hand kind of like has a hole in it. It kind of just puts the eyes in there, and then just walks away. This is where, well, Obito appears, saying, no, you bastard! Give me those eyes! I need them! He rushes at the droids. He uses Kamui to try to phase through the droids, but one thing for sure, it stops him from actually using it, and then get punched in the face by one of the droids. This is where he's sent into multiple walls. This is where, well, he didn't know what happened. It's like if his chakra just got absorbed in an instant when he got close to the droids, which it did. You see here, these black hole droids can absorb anything. And this is where, well, Obito's, well, Kamui kind of got this, what's called, not destroyed, mostly deactivated. Meaning that his body came back from that dimension, and he's unable to use his Sharingan for a second. This is where he's confused. And just terribly confused. He looks at, well, what's it called? What was I gonna say? Oh, yeah. He looks at, well, Kurama and the droids and just confused. This is where, well, Kurama appears right now with his lightsaber still on. This is where, well, Obito starts sending attacks and all that, but trying to send chakra attacks, but realizes he's out of chakra. In an instant, he's confused. Starts just sending kunai and other things, and their kunai are just getting cut down. This is where, well, Kurama puts him on a small genjutsu, and then rushes at him, cutting his ass down, slaughtering him down. But yeah, this is where, well, Obito is no longer able to, well, bring back the loved one he misses, Rin. But yeah, this is where, well, we go into Naruto, who is now just seeing the destruction of the Stone Village. He got to this village and annihilated in an instant after walking away. Right now, having the capture of, well, someone captured name of Kurosaki from the Stone Village. She is the granddaughter of Inoki, and Naruto just captured her, just thinking it would be kind of useful. But yeah, just because he wants to kind of base kind of some of the techniques of what the Stone Village has, mostly like, well, not capture. Well, yeah, capture. Why not? He just didn't care. You could actually use this as a trade-off, because in space, they don't really care what you do. You can trade off people, you can trade off whatever. That's a dark secret for it, but yeah. Of course, well, Naruto has that, and of course, well, we go into the Cloud Village, and of course, the Cloud Village is slaughtered. Samui is the last one left trying to fight against Neji, and Neji says, you know, you're cute. I might take you for myself. That's why Samui says, you bastard, I won't let. She was actually right now forced by, well, what's it called? Neji, by using force. The force. This is where, well, she's unable to move and try to fight back. And of course, this is where, well, Neji says, maybe I shouldn't. I don't really care what I do with you. But I should kill you. This is where, well, Neji has his hand right now, lightsabers. And before she's unable to die, she actually just stops. She says, fine, don't kill me. This is where Neji says, you know, I'm not stupid enough. I'm not gonna be fooled by you. So I should kill you. This is where, well, Somu says, damn it, she was thinking that she's trying to assassinate, well, Neji when he lets out his guard. But of course, Neji didn't, and of course, he then just shoved his hand through her and ripping out her heart. And then just walking away, but yeah. This is where, well, other members are kind of walking out, but yeah. Of course, not many of them were casually dead, but yeah. Of course, Neji did bring out all the Neji, well, not Neji, the Hyugas that were actually dead, and actually buried them into a perfect grave. But yeah, of course, well, the Sand Village was actually destroyed by, well, what's it called? The other members, mostly what's it called? What's it called? Hyena destroys like a bunch of people in the Sand Village, but yeah. The Mist Village was just easier to take over by Laura because there was really not a Mizukage, but there was the revolution, so easily destroying them, but yeah. Just found their base and destroyed them, but yeah. This is where, oh, we go into, well, a somewhat 10-year time skip. Naruto was 13 at that time when he just destroyed everything. But now he is 23. This is where, well, he's actually still the ruler of the Darklands. But not just the Darklands. He's a ruler of the Cloud, well, mostly the Lightning Village, the Water Village, the Stone Village, and the Sand Village. He's the ruler of almost all the villages. There's actually, well, a utopia that he made. It's actually in the middle of those 5 nations. Those 5 nations now. The 5 nations are now ruled over by one person, that's Naruto. And those 5 nations are actually controlled by 5 people. You see here, the Darklands are actually now controlled by Kurama. Sayena's actually controlling, well, what's called the Mist Village. Laura's actually controlling the Sand Village, the Suna Village. Neji controls the Cloud Village. And of course, the Stone Village is controlled by Inko. Of course, where Naruto's in the middle of all those, like, controlled villages and has this kind of platform that people should go on. But yeah, and either just trade, talk, pay or buy or whatever. And there's a very big ass tower, like the very top. Like, well, there's actually like this, not tower, but this floating kind of spaceship on top of that, well, place. That is Naruto's kind of kingdom. It's a floating kingdom. Well, it's a spaceship mostly, but this is where Naruto's there ruling over. Right now sitting on his chair and opening his eyes, showing his crimson red eyes. But of course, there's someone just ran through a door, like it opens really fast, because it was an automatic door and all that. It opens, and of course, a kid with kind of like this blackish hair, and of course, this kind of permafrost hair, with like these bluish eyes with crimson red eye one, or mostly they're purple, or very dark purple. And of course, it rushes through and says, "Father, father, father." This is where Naruto says, "Ah." Naruto says, "Ah, Arctic." This is where Arctic says, "Hey, father, mother really just came back. Can we go off to kind of go see the world and all that?" This is where Naruto smiles and says, "Sure." He gets up. Of course, well, he still has his weapons and all that, his lightsaber and all that. And he just walks up, grabs, well, Arctic from the hand, and of course walks through the door and sees Sayena, his wife. Of course, they smile and they walk away. Of course, Naruto has also, well, in his kind of, when he was actually 17, Utsutsuki's came to his planet. Well, mostly, like, what's called Momoshiki and the others. But of course, they were slaughtered down. He also found Ishiki and managed to destroy him by using the Force. In his Force lightning, he was actually able to destroy them. Now, problem is that, well, he was supposed to be attacked by what's called Utsutsukis, like these Utsutsukis, and even the king of Utsutsukis. The problem is that the king of Utsutsukis didn't really want to fuck with another Dark Lord, because he has already fucked with a Dark Lord, and realized that Naruto was considered to be also a Dark Lord, that he wasn't going to try to fuck with that. Reason why is because, well, this he knows about the Siths and the Jedis, and he doesn't just want to get into that fucking problem. So of course doesn't actually go fight him. And of course, yes, the Suzuki King knows that Naruto's a Dark Lord, so of course doesn't want to fuck with that. So yeah. But of course, Naruto, well, in being on the Sith side, Naruto should have became kind of older and uglier, but the reason why it didn't happen, it was because he's an Uzumaki at the same time. So that kind of healing factor kind of stopped that whole dark side thing. But yeah, of course, this is the end of this what if. The end of, what if Naruto had a lightsaber? But yeah. Naruto's lightsaber is Crimson Red, I mentioned, but yeah, it's still going to be Crimson Red with crackling red line, but yeah. But of course, this is the end of this what if. Of what if Naruto had a lightsaber. So I already did mention that, or mentioned that twice. But yeah. Other than that, have a nice potato day, potato night, potato seed, potato. And yeah, I'm going to try to finish what if Naruto was trained by Hidan, either on part 7 or part 8, but whenever I manage to finish it, I upload it, and yeah, you get the point. Well, other than that, have a nice potato day, potato night, potato seed, potato, and good night.